How you doing, guys? We're back for another review. I already shot a review for this, but I've sort of had mixed feelings as I drank it, and I wanted to redo my review, so perhaps I should do more of these where I drink the beer for a while first before I really give my final review, but fuck it. But in this case, I thought it was important to go back. This is Founder's Mango Magnifico, sent to me by AverageJoe via the Albino Rhino, so big thanks to both of those gentlemen. It's a mango ale brewed with a hint of habanero. Beverage fermented with mango and habanero, it says. 10% alcohol by volume. Founders, of course, of Grand Rapids, Michigan. So it's a vegetable fruit beer, and it has both in this case. And this is like, I think, the third one Founders has done. In my original review, I gave it a 3 out of 5. So we're just gonna go back. I'm gonna change that review around a bit. I'll go over the notes here again for a minute for you. So as you can see, it's straight up gold color. It's unfiltered. There's definitely stuff floating in there, very minute particles. A little bit of a white head. The head retains very well. It's a 10% beer, and that head has stayed fairly consistent for. I've been going on now for an hour. So as far as the aroma goes, it's almost all mango, just a general sweet mango. Very two-note kind of beer, honestly, in both taste and smell. I'm getting a little bit of the habanero in the back, but it's not an immense smell at all. It's only supposed to be a hint of habanero anyway, so they're not trying to snooker you here and say that, oh, this is some big-ass chili beer that's gonna make you drink all kinds of milk and shit. But yeah, okay, so it smells very sweet, mostly, with a little bit of a habanero on the end. It doesn't even really accent it all that much. Let's go right to the taste. And the thing you'll notice right up front is a very sugary mango taste. Almost to the point where it's kind of cloying. And then you don't so much get habanero flavor as you do just this general warmth in the back. And for a guy like me who really likes hot food, likes peppers, chilies, it's kind of bland, honestly. It's not even really approaching what I'd expect from jalapeno. It's much more on par with a well-made ginger beer or ginger ale, an authentic craft ginger ale or something along those lines. Same sort of heat. You feel the warmth going down, a little bit of tingle in the back of the throat. Some of it could also probably be attributed to the alcohol, which is 10%, but for the most part, you wouldn't know it's alcohol. You can't tell at all. Definitely very well masked. I gave this a 3 out of 5 in my initial review. I'm going to change that a little bit. I'm going to go down to a 2.75 out of 5. This is my least favorite Founders beer. For a specialty beer, it's really not all that special. I mean, it's unique. It's an interesting idea. But honestly, you have to share this beer with other people. There's no way anyone should be really drinking this on their own. Like I said, the sweetness of the mango gets quite cloying after a while. It just retains that sugary mango flavor for the most part, and the heat even dies down quite a bit. In fact, the mango kind of overpowers the heat, which really shouldn't be happening in a beer that's really not all that hot to begin with. And the thing about this beer is it's definitely a food pairing beer. If you had a nice good food to pair with it, I'm thinking a seafood dish of some sort, then the sweetness probably wouldn't be a problem anymore. You would be able to block out a lot of that. And yeah, it's kind of a mess, really, almost. I don't know quite what they're shooting for, because it's not complex, it's not all that interesting. It doesn't strike me as being all that special. And The mouth feels quite watery. It's just really not all that good, which kind of sucks because Founders is a brewery I really like and I hold in esteem, but honestly, there should have been more heat to this. There should have been more pepper flavor, too much mango, and honestly, they could have cut the alcohol in half, and I would have been a lot more happy with this. This should be like at best, it should be a sessionable food pairing beer at maybe 5% at the most, and it's something you would buy a big bottle of it, and like here, big bottle, you'd take it home with you, you'd prepare yourself a nice seafood dish of some sort, and you'd share the bottle with a friend. That's ideally what this beer should be, in my opinion anyway. Of course, Founders probably has a totally different opinion. The habanero, after an hour, I just don't notice it anymore. It's just all but gone, and really all I'm getting is the sweetness, and it's not all that pleasant. It's too sugary. So, yeah, it's kind of a disappointment. 2.75 out of 5. The only thing I can see this being good for is honestly pairing with some sort of food dish. But other than that, just buying it on its own, it's not really worth the money. I don't know how much you pay for this, but I assume it's a bit more than just buying, like their standard stuff, and I wouldn't pay more for this, honestly. This should be cut in half, and it should, in alcohol, and it should be the same price as everything else they release. If it's more expensive, I don't know if it is, but yeah, so as much as it is a disappointment, I'm still very appreciative of AverageJoe and Rhino getting this to me. Very interesting to try it. I mean, I'm always up for trying new shit, and I mean, it's not a terrible beer by any stretch of the imagination. It's not horrible, but it just doesn't work. It's just a 2.75 out of 5. It's just a bit more than a bear pass for me. They can't all be winners. What can you say? Alright guys, we will see you later.